Okay. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I definitely wanted to post this on Instagram, but oh my gosh. Hello. Work with, not against. Okay. I'm not a streamer. Okay. I wonder how I can post this on Instagram now. Okay, give me a second. This happens every time. Let's see. I swear I put this on a schedule, but I am live. Am I? What's this sound like? I am live. Okay, it is live. Okay, well, that doesn't help me because I wanted to post this on Instagram, but here we are. Okay. Da, 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 da. Guys, I don't understand how I can post this on Instagram. I literally scheduled this, and this thing betrayed me. How do I post this to my Instagram stories now? Instagram. I don't even think I can. Oh. I might be able to. Create a post. That's not what I want. How do you post the stories on your computer? Stories on Instagram, on computer. I feel old. Okay. What? Guys, I'm so sorry if anyone joins this live stream because I put this on a schedule and it just randomly started. Because I usually post on Instagram, but I can't even figure that out. Enable the mobile view by clicking the mobile device icon. What? Where's the device icon? I don't understand this. Okay, wait, I swear I saw something but like my phone. I don't know what I just clicked. Okay, let me pull it up on my computer. Okay, where's the live stream on my computer so I can understand? Sorry guys, I just randomly decided to do this. Y'all, if you've ever watched a live stream before, you just know. It's random. Uh-oh. My computer Dora doesn't want to work anymore. That Instagram question just really took it out. Where's the loading? I think someone commented. If you commented, hello, because I can't see the comments on my phone and Computer Dora is wanting to Computer Dora out. Let me try and refresh my Wi-Fi. This is what I get for trying to post on Instagram on my phone. Okay, it's working now. Let me go to the stream so I can read people's comments because I can't see it on my phone. I guess this is the one downside to using it this way because like it doesn't come up. Hello, Laura. I'm currently trying to figure out how to post this to my Instagram. Can you not post stories on your computer? This is what I'm saying. This took me for a whirl because it wasn't supposed to start right away. And now I'm committed to it. Wait, let me see. Hello, Nancy. Hello, everybody. Like I said, this was totally impromptu because I don't really well, I sometimes live stream, like once a month, right? It's not that I don't like live streaming because like I'm chill with it, I'm good with it, but it's finding the energy to live stream. Like more so in the regards that I feel like I have to be in a certain mood once 8 o'clock hits because I will then fall asleep or I just start speaking nonsense. And I still can't figure out how to post a story on my computer. I see create, I see post, but I'm not seeing story. So, all my YouTube peeps, it's me and y'all, because Instagram's not gonna do it for me on my computer. But I still have to show you guys on my computer so I can read the chats. A lot. Oh, hello. Yeah, it's totally random. Like, I love how all these YouTubers will like post their streaming schedule or whatever, and I'm just like, yeah. I mean, I got to, let's see, I got to be serenaded by the coyotes tonight and then a bobcat. So I was like, you know what? If Mother Nature's gonna take me, I might as well have a live stream to end the night. Like, documented, I guess. Coyotes are driving me crazy up in here. They are driving me crazy. But I hope you guys are all having a great day. Like I said, I figured, honestly, I was like, okay, I try and do a live stream like once a month. Once, twice a month. And I'm not feeling like this rest of this month or next month is gonna be good for me. So I was like, tonight's the night. I can't post on my story. Guys, this is depressing. I usually post on Instagram, and I don't want you guys to have a very upfront and personal reflection of my face in your face. You know what I'm saying? Because that might be a little scary. But I can't post on my computer. I swear I saw a comment. Let me pull it up on my phone, our computer. We have coyotes too. It is crazy how many coyotes they have. Girl. So where my house is, right? There's like, I'm surrounded by woods. It's because I have 20 acres. And I want to say there's like 40 undeveloped behind us or something. But we live close enough to like the highway to where it's convenient, but you don't feel like you're in the highway or like a really congested area full of people. And they've all of a sudden decided to expand the road, and they're tearing down so much stuff around me. It's so annoying because it literally used to be like undeveloped. We used to always say, like, I'm pretty certain I'm on like one of the last redneck roads in Georgia. You might go outside and see your neighbors butt naked mowing the yard. Like, it's just how it is on our street. And now they're like tearing all this stuff, all this type of stuff. So of course, since I have 20 acres and then my neighbor has acreage, and then the kind of just like all around us, like this used to be owned by one person, and like some of the family still own stuff, but we kind of have like the last bit of like decent acreage. So I swear, with all this construction going on, like everything is coming to where we live, and I'm like sick and tired of it. The coyotes are crazy. You hear them morning, night, during the day. Like, you'll be like outside and you'll see coyotes running around during the day. And then all of a sudden now we have bobcats. I was like, you have got to be kidding me. Bobcats? Like, yesterday? No, 2 mornings ago. Yeah, I was doing the barn and everything. And you guys know, my mother helps me and everything. We run this business together. And she was like, I was filling up water buckets. She like came running up there to the barn and was like, oh, you have to come, Gary, you have to come. And she's like, I see something, but I don't know what it is. And so I like walked down this pathway we have. It like drops down to my lake. And she's like, that's it. And I sat there and I was like, oh my gosh, what are these like 6 moving blobs? And at first I thought they were coyotes. And then I stood on the fence and I was like, oh my god, those are bobcats. And she kept walking closer and wanted to be like besties with them. And I was like, oh, I'm out. Once I realized they were bobcats, like, especially if they were coyotes, I would have been like booking it. But I was like, bobcat? Well, we have everything. We probably have bears for all I know. And I don't need to know that. The bears would send me over the edge. 5 acres surrounded by woods too. Yeah, when coyotes, like, I think it's when they catch something or they're like on something, like I can't remember. But when they do all that super, super high yipping, I think is what it is. Like the, not necessarily the howl, like, you know, they howl sometimes, but like that really high pitch yip where they just like all join in. Yesterday, I think it was yesterday morning when I was letting the horses out, it was like 5:10. I feel like it was 5:10. And it's pitch dark, especially now. It doesn't get light until like 7:30-ish. Pitch dark. And oh my goodness, those coyotes, because they literally live, like I said, they live right behind me. So, oh, they were so loud. My horses, I had Sloan, and then I had Sloan's bestie. Not, well, Sloan doesn't like her. She likes Sloan. And man, those horses, they were freaking out because those coyotes were like yipping, and I'm done with coyotes. I don't like them. 42 acres. No, oh yeah, you probably are like me. You get all types of animals. Like when I've had to go out to my barn and do like night check in particular at like 11, 12 in the morning, it's honestly terrifying. Like we have some, I don't know if they're animals, I don't know if they're birds. The screams that these creatures make, I'm like, oh my gosh. Are you dying? Like, I think someone's dying in the woods, but it's like some animal. I now, like, I just started the past 2 days after the bobcats. I have like a little flashlight that I'm carrying in my fanny pack in the morning because I'm like, well, if something tries to snatch me, at least I can flash it for a moment. Maybe I can give my chubby little legs a little head start on a run. I don't know. It might be hopeless, honestly. They might just want to take me. We don't see them. We don't see them, and I was out. Oh yeah, coyotes. I've even seen like coyotes will go after people. Like I even read, I mean, I've never seen it personally, but like I know they will go after horses. It's not like a thing per se, but I think if it's like a big enough pack, they'll kind of like try and go after horses. I'm like, okay, I don't know how many coyotes I could take, but I might be willing to square up with a coyote if it tries to grab a horse. I might just, you know, I might be at a disadvantage. I'm not saying I could take a coyote, but I could try. For a minute, 30 seconds. I give myself 30 seconds. I'm being realistic. Screeching, yeah, it's the sounds they make. Oh, the creatures in my woods. I don't know. I think they need to come film a new horror movie in my house because sometimes, guys, it scares me sometimes. Now the bobcats, I was like, oh, like the other day. I think this was the same morning with the bobcats. It was just very eventful that morning. There was like 5 coyotes that were like right behind my house walking up to the barn, and I was like, girl, that's where I was, and that's where my mom was. I've now started letting my cats out a little bit later. Like I used to let them out when we went in the barn, so that was like 4:50, 5 in the morning. Now I let them out after like I've done the barn and everything, and I think that puts it at like 7-ish. But it's still dark. It's amazing how dark it is in the morning still. I mean, at 7 o'clock, it's still pretty much pitch dark. But I think my cats feel like they're in jail if I keep them in that long. I'm surprised they stay in there. I mean, admittedly, it is wired, so they can't get out. But I'm surprised I was able to get these feral cats even in there to begin with. So, I mean, 10, it's like, I think they're in there for, well, now with me pushing it back like 12 hours. So are they indoor cats? I don't know. I mean, in their little wire cage area. Guys, I think the posting on Instagram is just not gonna be possible on my phone. Yes, they go. Yes, that's the thing. Coyotes will go after dogs and cats for sure. That's actually why I made that. Oh my gosh, my nose is so itchy. I'm so sorry, guys. It's like I have so many skin issues, and when we switch to wintertime or it starts getting cold, the dry air like kills me. Um, yeah, that's why we made that whole stall and converted it for the cats, is because like the coyotes are like so bad. And if you guys don't know, Bunny, which I haven't posted much about my cats recently, just 'cause I haven't really been vlogging. Bunny, the black and white one, I think she got hit by a car, is what I'm thinking. But her and Bumble are cross-eyed. And Bunny, I'm pretty certain, does not have. If she has vision, it has to be like the bare minimum, because I don't think she can see. And so there's been like a couple times, like especially where they used to go out a little bit later, she would just like sit underneath the lights and just like meow and walk around in circles looking at the lights until she'd hear my voice, and then I'd have to like go up to her and try and get her in, but she's also the most feral one, so it was a little hard to get a blind feral cat in. But after that whole thing of seeing her, I was like, oh my gosh, if a coyote came up and like she was outside, there's zero way she would. I don't even think she would see them because she's just like so blind. And the problem is because they're all feral cats, they also don't want to be indoor cats, so it's kind of like I'm trying to find the balance. So that's why I made the cat room. Why can't you post? Well, see, I don't ever post. I haven't live streamed horizontally, and I usually post my Instagram story that I'm going live, and I scheduled the time to start the live, but then it just started on me. So I'll throw it on the, maybe I'll put it in the Patreon. I mean, I'm not nobody, like usually my live streams are pretty like quiet, so I don't expect a lot of people to come or anything. It's usually pretty chill, and it's usually just me talking to myself the whole time. But it's you know it's the once a blue moon live stream basically. Okay, let me see. And I'm also procrastinating. Me? Procrastinating? Yeah. I don't know what anyone is talking about. I don't never procrastinate. Oh, you can't do, yeah, see, that's, put the browser in mobile. Put the browser in mobile mode. Okay. Website settings? Oh no, no. The problem is people always think that like I know everything about technology, and I'm literally the worst person when it comes to technology. Like, shockingly bad. Shockingly bad. Yeah, the procrastination thing. I'm going live. It's really funny because I'm really good about writing the first part of the pattern. I think that's the right link. I'm really good about writing the first part of the pattern. I suck at finishing them. Like, Alphaba Queen, she ain't doing nothing on my table. Well, no, actually, my apologies. I did make some progress on Alphaba today. I'm procrastinating on all my like orders, I guess you could say, because I'm supposed to be doing all these orders, and I'm like, no. It's hard. I love when people talk about custom orders, and I get contact about custom orders. I need to contact people back for custom orders and everything. But I always see people who want to do customs and like want to get into that side of it. But the reality is, like, I would say a majority of the customs that I've done, they're never things that I want to make. And that's always the hardest thing, is like, I would say when I do markets, you know, pretty much everything I make is something that like I want to make. Like, I have that flexibility to make like the patterns I want to make, the characters I want to make, you know, whatever. But when you start getting into like customs, and it's just like things you really don't want to do, it's so hard. Especially since some of these customs I'm having to like rewrite patterns or like write patterns for them. That's like 20 times harder for me, because like just crocheting a custom off a pattern is one thing, but like if you have to sit there and you have to make a pattern from scratch, I just go like, why am I investing so much of my time on this? So that's always the hard thing with them. But I did have like a rose order. I mean, you don't look back there. Don't actually look in the background at all. I didn't clean anything up. I don't know. You guys know I'm just like the complete opposite of half the YouTubers out there. Chaos, chaos everywhere. But this is a repeat. I can't remember how many orders she's had, like 10 orders? I don't know. But she does like these roses for her musical play. I don't know, something like her kid does. And every single time they have like a musical, she orders roses for the kids doing the play, whatever. And then like at the end, like her daughter, one of her daughters had graduated last year. Yeah, no, earlier this year. And by the end, because she had like bought a rose, different colors, you know, themes, all that type of stuff for all of the plays, musicals she did. By the end of the time she graduated, she had like a full bouquet full of roses from every single musical. And then she like hand stitches or gets like a patch and puts it on the leaves for that musical. So I just completed today working on those roses. And they weren't that bad, like they were 7, but I have no interest in doing flowers. Pretty much I'll make the flowers, and then like the assembly part, I throw it to my mother, because like I have zero interest. I am not that particular tidy person who wants to do flowers. When I first started out, I did tons of flowers. I mean, like, so many flowers. I have so much acrylic yarn that I'm trying to get rid of. But I used to do a lot of flowers. And then drop shipping and everything, like Temu, all that type stuff, has become so popular for like flowers and a lot of acrylic yarns and stuff. So once I started doing markets more and I had people coming up, and I was like, oh, so I'm getting out of the flowers. Because I didn't want to be accused. I mean, everything I make is blood, sweat, and tears, and add an extra couple, you know, drops of blood and tears in there, and you got it. Let me read the comments. This is the first time I've caught your live. I didn't know. Yeah, I don't really do lives. Pretty much, I would say I do a live stream once a month. No, that's a lie. Once every 2 months. So it's not that I don't want to do them. It's like I said, it's just timing. Sometimes when I come upstairs at 8 o'clock, I am just like, or usually it's like 8:20, 8:30. I lied. It's 8:34 right now. So today I got in at 8:10 because I didn't have to catch my cats. They were already inside the barn. But usually, like, it just depends on how I feel when I come inside. It's kind of, we're in this stage where I'm not in like a panic for markets yet, and I kind of like have been pushing off a lot of things. So I figured, knowing everything that's going to be coming up with Sloan next week, oh my god, am I dying? Knowing everything that's going to be happening with Sloan next week, him going down to Florida, probably being put down, and then after I get through that, I will have a market next month. So I decided, you know what? I'm going to fulfill my obligation, and I'm going to do a live stream. It might be the last one for the year. I don't know. I feel whenever I look at other people do live streams, you know, everyone's so like put together. I'm like literally, oh my gosh. You have to look at this shirt. I think I'm wearing the right shirt. You see this? It's like corgis. What does it say? Oh, underproofed, but it's like corgi butts. But when I look at how like other people do live streams, I'm just a total opposite. And also I feel like, I mean, I don't know, maybe I'm not. Drink break. But I feel like that little Carrie personality really comes out in the live streams too, so that might be a problem. I can't tell you how much I cut out of videos. I just have a very I don't know how to explain my personality. Let me look. OMG, I have notifications. Well, don't worry, you probably don't want to really be here. Like, I don't know. I mean, some people like lives. I don't. Oh my gosh. Like, literally, I am not picking a booger. Like, my skin is just falling apart at the seams. I hate winter. My skin shrivels up. I become a prune or something. Like, ugh. Girl, I can't even remember what I was talking about because my brain can't shut up. Skipping, but yeah, I'm not surprised YouTube didn't notify you. YouTube and me, we kind of, we just don't like each other that much. I get what you mean. I have only offered custom versions. Yeah, see, I used to do that. And then it turned into like, I would be like, oh my gosh, my nose. I even put conditioner on it. Or moisturizer. I do know how to speak. Only on days that do not end in Y. But when I first started doing a lot of customs and I only had like, I was only going to make this pattern. Like that was my ride or die. But then that quickly changed because then when I would send people like the pattern and be like, oh, this is what I got, then I'd be like, oh, I don't like that style. And I was like, so it turned into like having like a horse. I have done so many horses because I have gotten like pretty good at doing, I just do so much. It sounds bad. I do so much with death. Weird. But because of my real job, I just have like so many connections. So I got really big into doing memorial pieces for horses, right? And I only wanted to do this one style. But then it would start turning where everyone wanted it. So it's gone from like one style to like 7 styles. Now I will say this year, I've had a few people ask me about doing memorial pieces. And I honestly, there was one style last year. I did about 10 of this one horse style pattern. And it was acrylic yarn. I don't know. My hands have really taken a toll recently. Over the last couple months, they just don't work the same way. And I've just kind of decided acrylic yarn is not for me. And I've decided that blanket yarn is not for me. It was never for me. Burn that. Burn that. It kind of sounded like Burnett. I mean, that's how I feel. But I digress. So I decided this year I wasn't going to even offer it that pattern. Like I've had some people have asked me about doing it and I'm like, oh. Oh, or I'll just quote them insane prices. That's typically what I do. Like if there's a custom I really do not want to do, whether it's like I don't want to do the pattern, maybe I just don't like the person. There's been a few of those. I will just like quote them crazy, like way higher than it needs to be, because I figured that way I'm okay with taking someone's money and doing something if it's like really worth it to me. So this year when I've gotten asked about those acrylic horses, I'm like, there's a surcharge. It's called my sanity because I can't do it. Hello. Yes, dear old YouTube. I just randomly do this, so I don't expect for people to show up to the lives. I see I'm pretty good at talking to myself and keeping myself entertained. So that's never been a problem up in here. I'm scared to go live. It's really not that bad. I mean, the only difference is you can't edit things. Like I used to edit so much my videos, and I really, I truly, I do enjoy like more of an edited style of video, but it is just like literally not physically possible for me to spend as many hours as I used to spend editing, because I do not have that time. So that's the biggest thing when you go live, is you just have to be like, there's no editing. Sadly, whatever I say, I own up. Sorry, guys. Sometimes I listen back on a live and I'm like, I don't even know what language I was speaking, because sometimes I go full gibberish. You are just keeping it real. I always try and keep it real. All the tears and the heartbreak are real up in here. Love lives. Yeah, I watch, there's a few lives I'll tune into. Honestly, I just like to have like something in the background playing so I can listen to it and not necessarily watch it. Like, it sounds crazy. I watch a lot of football because like sports things are really good to like listen to, because like so many of the commentators are talking, but you don't necessarily have to watch. Except I do enjoy my football, but it's kind of hard when your team sucks to enjoy it. So sometimes that makes me want to cry even more, is when I see Clemson lose every week. I'm like, oh my gosh. Put me in, coach. Put me in. I mean, I can put some muscle back on this body. I can go. Hello, Karen. Hi, so glad I made one of your lives. What did I miss? Nothing much. It's just me not shutting up. Per the norm. That's what I'm good at. Talking. Same. I always need background comment. Oh yeah, see, I watch so much football. So, and like any football, it's just like that constant stimulation, because I will admit, I fall asleep. I fall asleep while crocheting. I fall asleep, like, if I don't constantly have some type of like really like stimulation all of the time, I will just fall asleep. I've fallen asleep walking, turning my horses out before. So I like need the constant chaos, I guess. So I've TV shows can be really hit or miss. I watch some TV shows, but it has to be a good TV show, and I find it's so hard to find like good TV shows these days. I do have a few that I like, but they sometimes they get a little too crazy. Sometimes I get a little too invested, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I love, like, I'm like, I don't want to crochet, I just want to watch it, and then I fall asleep watching it. So can't games for me, I'm pretty, like, games kind of keep me awake for the most part, unless it's really boring, which sometimes it's boring, or like sometimes I'll have like something on my computer and I have to have something on my phone. That's usually when I'm really, really tired. I like multitask and do both. Oh, you are all good. I mean, you can chat all you want, because that's the only thing I'm good at. Which team? I mean, so my main team, of course, Clemson. Because, well, all my parents both went to Clemson. But I was supposed to go to Clemson, and then I just never went to college. Oh, well, let me clarify. I did technically go to college, but I just didn't really go to college. But I was supposed to go to Clemson. But then I like saw the out-of-state tuition and all that stuff. Oh my gosh, my nose itchy. I saw the out-of-state like tuition, and it was crazy, y'all. And then I was like, why would I go to school when I could just stay home and work? So I just went straight into working. It seemed much better in my mind to just work than go to college. Keep Glinda around. She'll keep you up. Glinda, where are you, Glinda? Glinda, me and this girl be having beef constantly. Like, I'm just not ready for this. I like sat there and was looking at her today and I was like, I really need to get this figured out. Like, I just really need to start sewing things, right? Because as you can tell, all of her hair is literally like held on by, oh my gosh, they're not even in. There's a lot of sewing needles, pins, whatever you want to say, that are holding together her. And I need to start pinning her down. I need to just start like laying things out. Because like you look at her and she looks crazy. Because like, you know, at the end, I'm going to have her hair a little bit more like, oh my gosh, all the pins are going to, it'll be a little bit more swept back. But this is a lot. I do think, like, I know some things I'm going to change because I'll have to make a second one. So I know some things I'm going to change. Like, I'm going to move, I think, the dress down around just because it's so voluminous. It's so voluptuous. It kind of makes the arms want to stick out a little bit. So I'm going to move the dress down around, which should be no problem because I moved it up around. So it would match Elfie's dress, but I'm just going to move it down. It will give the arms a little bit more room. This is like... I look at her and I wonder, how rough of a night was I having? Because I'm like, why would I put myself through this? Glinda, she is not a good witch. And I still have to do like eyebrows. I put the eyebrows in always last. That's just a me thing. I don't know why. I like to get the hair placement down before I do the eyebrows. And then Elfie, I was able to do some work on Elfie today. Because I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to have Elfie go first. Because Glinda, I'm going to have to record a lot of things. Like, I have a feeling a lot of people are going to have problems with the crown in particular. So, and I feel like she has so much hair that I should probably make a video and placement in the dress. So I feel like Glinda's going to have a ton of recording that I need to do. So I think Elfie will go first because, yeah, she's not going to be... I remember when I wrote Elfie and I was like, this is going to be so much. And now after doing Glinda, I'm like, Elfie, you're my girl. Like, this is pretty easy. So Elfie I was just working on. So I got the base of her done. Honestly, her hair's not that bad. It's like 65 or 70. One of those two. And I always do the iconic. I'm not a... Okay, I kind of have one. Right? She didn't really. I don't, like, you can see it on the back, though. I don't care for wig caps that go straight line. So, I wanted to have layers. Oh gosh, wait, someone's saying something. Give me one moment. I'll explain what I did. Hello, computer Dora. These are all patterns that I have come up with me noggin. My deformed noggin. Is this your yarn? So this is actually, I am not making this with my yarn because I don't have like, I don't really have a skin tone. And honestly, I am on a mission, guys, to clear up my yarn. I am just sick and tired of having all this yarn. And I want to use my yarn because it's just so soft compared to all this type of stuff. Like, you really don't understand how bad quality some of this yarn, like, from some of these companies are. It is, it's so bad. So bad. And, like, I can take a lot of things with my yarn. texture, shine, like that stuff doesn't bother me. But as somebody whose arms literally want to jump off constantly and feel like I'm on the highway to hell because they're burning so much, it's just so I have a lot of yarn that I need to get rid of. I want to get rid of so much of my Premier yarn. Parfait Chunky really, really, really making me mad. And so primarily for this, I use Honey Bunny because Honey Bunny has a skin tone that I kind of like. Like, I'm not a huge fan of Shell from Parfait, personally, me, because I feel like there's a lot of inconsistencies with that color. So I've gotten it sometimes where it's like super pink and like super orange, which I'm not as big of a fan of. So I do like to use the Honey Bunny for the oat milk. Now I will say, I think these dolls, oh my gosh. Let me just tap her in. I think when I use them in Honey Bunny, I think these guys end up being about a foot. Somebody asked me today about that, or yesterday. I feel like they turn out to be a foot. I did have somebody who just made one of them, I'm blanking on who, out of Burnett and Demi Pearl. And I think she said it turned out to be 18 inches. I was like, ah, that's huge. Like, I love the size that this is. Like, I don't think I would want it bigger. So I kind of like actually using a thinner yarn on it. Because to me, like, especially Parfait, in my experience after using the two yarns, Parfait is thinner than Honey Bunny. So I like the size they come out in a thinner yarn. Like, I guess you can make them out of Sweet Snuggle Slide and stuff, but I don't know. I have had many people make them out of just like wide varieties of yarn. I've been meaning, oh, you don't have to worry about it. I mean, gosh, trust me, I know all about spending things. I will say, I'm gonna be having some type of Black Friday sale. I'm not certain what the Black Friday sale is gonna be yet, but I do know, like, when I have the Black Friday sale, I'll re-update the website with like some more second chance things. So I'm gonna put like the second chance stuff up. I'll probably have some type of discount. And I'm considering doing something where, like, if you spend so much money and you buy so much, maybe to do like a pair or two of free safety eyes. Because I did that when I first did Naughty Pony, like when our launch day. I think it was the first 25? I feel like it was the first 25 that I did. Like, if the first 25 orders, you got like a free pair of safety eyes. So I might do something like that, or if I was really ambitious, I would do it where, like, I would just like give a pair of safety eyes to everybody, but that means I have to make the safety eyes. I'm hoping, I keep telling myself, like, maybe I'll slowly start to make some pairs, so then that way when Black Friday comes around, I'm not having to make everything, because when I did the launch, I literally waited until 2 days before to make 25 pairs, and while doing inventory and doing all that type of stuff, it was a bit maybe not my smartest idea. But yeah, I do know at some point there'll be a Black Friday sale. I just don't know quite, like, guys, I actually don't need glasses. I just think I look a little better with them sometimes. No, they're blue light. I don't know what to say. But they're killing my ears because I will not take my beanie off. We're saying beanified tonight. But yeah, there'll be something for Black Friday. I just don't know. I just don't know what. I will be all over that Black Friday sale. Yeah, especially like because I'll have the whatever stock I have for second chance stuff, which it was so funny because a lot of people were like, oh my gosh, Carrie, the second chance yarn, like, they were like, you know, it's like a better thing than what some companies would send you normally. And I was like, yeah, I've been sent some I can't say it. Let's just say I've been sent some really bad quality skeins from people, and you still have to pay full price. It's like I'm willing to knock it off and be like, okay, like I admit when there's some problems. So I feel like the second chance thing is like a steal of a deal to get just like small imperfections that I can find for. I don't even know if you can really get Chanel for that cheap. At least I'm not finding it for that cheap. Um, I have made way more dyes. See, my eye box has dwindled. I haven't really made that many eyes recently, but I really haven't been doing pattern tests. Haven't really done anything like super big. So I haven't really had a reason to paint eyes. I definitely need to because I do have like a couple toothless that I need to make and some other customs. But with the dolls, I don't know. I really prefer just using black safety eyes and then doing the eye embroidery. I honestly kind of prefer that over the colorful eyes just because I feel like it can be, secret eyes can be pushed 22 with adding the eye embroidery and syncing. So I just always do just this simple thing. I think it looks really good for me personally. So I really haven't had the need to sit down and like paint anything for a little bit, but I do. I need to. I need to actually start like market prepping and stop having fun making dolls. Um, Gotta go. Bye. Have a great rest of the night. Can your doll? Yeah, there's a few people who've made my doll patterns. I think pretty much, honestly, I think pretty much all of the patterns so far have had people make them out of Naughty Pony too. I think a lot of them substitute the skin tone with either Parfait or what's the other one? There's another one. Sweet Snuggles. Light, not the thick the one. So that's the only thing is, I mean, technically, no, that's right. I don't have that dark of a green yet. But I know Woo. Yeah, I think all of them have had it. I think if I had to take a guess, if my dolls come out in 12, I feel like it would have to come out to be like 14 inches. I don't know. It also depends on your hook size. Because that's also, I always downsize my hook personally. Oh my gosh, my neck. But yeah, I have always gone lower with my hook size because I usually pretty much for everything use a 4.5, 4.5. 5 is only for like really big yarns. So I use a 5 on like Sweet Snuggles Light, Burnett. And you can make me use Burnett. So yeah, I use a 4.5. So your size would also depend. 4.5 thinner Chanel comes out to be like 12 inches. Sometimes. Like, yeah, a lot of people, I feel like the most common is definitely like 5, 5.5. I know some people who use like 7s with like Sweet Snuggles Light, and I'm like, how? I don't understand. Unless you have like super, super duper tight tension. But I literally use these from Hobby Lobby. We don't like her, but she does have good hooks. So these are just the ones I use. I buy a lot because I break them. Because it will stop, and then you pull all this off. This green rubber, I think, it will just break off and flake off. So this is the go-to for me. They get pretty beaten up. I yarn under. I don't know what I do. Give me a second. I yarn under. I have to remember. Yarn under. Yeah, I think I yarn under. I think that's what. I mean, I guess if you watched one of the tutorials, yeah, I think I yarn over. Yarn under. Under. I don't know. Like, people are really good about figuring out about yarning under, over. I've never been that big into the crochet terms, but that just could be because I just watched one video and just went off on it. So, yeah. I am a oh, I think I've heard of those hooks. See, I have like tiny hands, so anything that like is really thick, it causes a lot of pain. So I prefer thinner. Now, I used to always use those like really thin hooks that you get when you're first starting out from Michaels. And it was too much because it was so thin and I would like grip really hard. But, you know, I also didn't know how to crochet back then. Because I don't even want to talk about how I didn't understand you could crochet without using all of your fingers. Like, I used to sit there and if I crocheted, I would like literally pull the yarn up. Like, I didn't realize you didn't have to use your left hand to help you crochet. Once I stopped that did help. Yeah, I think I'm pretty certain I yarn under. That feels right to me. I'm gonna say that feels right. But right now, I'm just kind of trying to work on building out Elphaba's, oh my gosh, her broomstick. Because pretty much that's the last thing I have for Elfie, is the broomstick. Because my whole thing was like how I did the hair on the back, just to have it like kind of over the shoulder. And then got her cape done today. So that will just kind of sit. It's like plain dress up. Kind of like here. Her cape. And then, oh my gosh, I just have body parts all over the place. Hat. Cape. Hat. Broomstick. Broomstick. So that's the last thing I'm working on, so I can post that Elfie has been finished, and then I can make the second Elphaba for pattern photos. Yep, she's looking pretty cool. After finishing her, I thought she was a lot of work until I did Glinda. And then I did Glinda. And somehow Glinda's, oh no, it's Elphaba. Elphaba's instructions that I wrote down are somehow spread out between 4 different notebooks. And I have to remember where the instructions are, and man, the instructions are rough. All of my instructions are pretty rough. Like, it's pretty surprising that I can even make a pattern readable after what I do. I mean, I think I don't like myself. But I'm really happy. Like, I feel like once Glinda's done, when Elfie's all sewn up and not looking so crazy, and then if I end up, you would know this if you are on the Patreon. If you haven't joined the Patreon, it's completely free. But I think I'm making Dorothy, possibly. Going back and forth. Like, I feel like Dorothy would be really cool to have just for like a third one. If I did a Bumble. Oh my gosh, that's my cat's name. Bundle with the new Wicked movie coming out. I know Dorothy's not going to really be a big part of the new movie because Wicked's not about Dorothy, but she's going to be on the screen. So I was considering making Dorothy. But I have to decide if I really want to commit to the gingham. the gingham is gonna be the question. I could either just make a solid blue dress, and probably, I mean, it would probably be kind of maybe a little shorter than Elfie's, but you know, doing it in the blue. Or I have to decide if I want to do the gingham. The only problem with doing the gingham is there would be a ton of color changes. I mean, like, probably color changes every 2 stitches. Probably, like, you'd be doing like 4x4 squares. So that's the only problem with the gingham. Like, I feel like I actually recorded a video today that I'm gonna try and get out for tomorrow. But I kind of talked about it on there that I feel like the gingham would be like perfect if you weren't making it for like markets, because like the gingham is definitely gonna add time. So that's the only thing. That would be a ton of work. Yeah, it would be. I'm a weirdo and don't mind color changes. Instead of color changes, you could do felt. Yeah, I thought about felt. My only thing is you would have to cut out so much felt. That's the only thing. And it's hard too because not everyone has felt. So that's where it's kind of like, do you just do all the color? Like, I guess if I really hated myself that day, I could make it 2 versions. Like, I could include a version where, like, it's solid, and then I could do a version where it is gingham, and then if I did a tester haul, I would just have to, like, try and find people who are willing to also do the gingham, because, like I said, I feel like if you were making it for, like, market prepping, it would be better to do plain because the gingham will add so much more time. But I felt like, or I feel like, if you were doing it for like yourself or like wanted to make something really detailed or like really stand out, then the gingham would be fine because, like, you know, it's okay to spend a little bit more time. Yeah, I say color changes. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm gonna be 100% honest, I hate felts. I used to have a Cricut machine. I actually put I moved my Cricut, because you can see all the horses in the background that I've been painting. I moved my Cricut from my desk underneath my yarn thing, so it'll probably never come out. I don't love felt. I mean, I'm fine with felt. I think it has its place. Like, I love felt for eyes. That's it. But when it comes to doing that many small felt pieces, I think that would drive me a little bit crazy. Because I feel like then I'd be playing Jenga. So that's what I'm thinking. Maybe it could be 2. Maybe it could just be like plain dress, gingham, and then finding. I feel like Dorothy, if I end up doing Dorothy would definitely be low priority. Like, Elfie's first. I know that. She's going to be the first one. Glinda would be second. And then Dorothy could be third if Dorothy happens. But I'm pretty much, like, for right now, doing like 2 to 3 a month is kind of what I'm thinking. Like, once I get through markets and then, you know, all that type stuff, it's also a little different. Or customs, I should say, with Christmas. But I feel like that's gonna be, so next month might be the Wicked Wizard of Oz month. And then December, oh, that's hard. Somebody asked me about making that Cindy Woo Woo, I don't know, from The Grinch. And so I feel like that would need to come out early enough too, because I mean, of course, people would want it for Christmas. No, Dorothy's definitely gonna happen. Dorothy's definitely gonna happen. It's just like, is Dorothy gonna cause me a mental breakdown, or like um, yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm not that big of a felt person. I used to do a lot of felt, but I don't know. I feel like felt also, I don't trust it as much as I used to. I mean, now that I use my particular safety eyes and I only buy them from the person on AliExpress is who I buy all my safety eyes from to paint. I trust my safety eyes a lot. The big sinker eyes. I've had so many problems with the Amazon eyes. I've just honestly, I'm ripping all of the like everything that I've made that has the Amazon eyes, I'm ripping them all out. Because I've had way too many issues with them popping at markets. Like there was one market, like a kid picked up the plushie and then dropped it, of course. And when they dropped it on the ground, the eyes just shot out, and I was like, what? So then I got them home, and there's like another one I have on my desk. I just need to rip out its eyes, and I'll just embroider eyes on it because I'm not dealing with this Amazon crappy safety eyes. I'll just figure out what to do with all the ones I have left because yeah, I'm not doing that one. Yeah, Woo, I don't know her name. I mean, on on Patreon I made a post and I got the wrong animation. I got the newer cartoon. But the old girl, or the old one, she don't even look like she has legs. She just looks like an octopus. Like, she got that little, like, you know how you see all those free octopus patterns? And they don't have, like, chain tentacles. They just have, like, the little, like, slip stitch ones. That's what her legs look like. So, versus the movie one, I'm so tempted to do the movie one because of the hair. I saw that freaky deaky hair and I was like the braids that kind of go like this, and I was like, oh my god. That's exactly what I need to do. Even more hair to drive me crazy. That's my pattern design problem. Yeah, too many ideas. I mean, I enjoy designing things to a point. I think the hardest thing for me is I'll make something and then I sit there and I go, now I have to make it again. Like Glinda, I think Glinda's gonna be so cool. But making Glinda a second time seems very daunting to me. So that's where I'm like sometimes I make something and I go, oh my gosh, why would I do this? Like, why did I do this to myself? Because now I have to make it again. And I have to take photos of it. And then I have to explain it. And then I have to take the videos. That's what puts, I'm like, Glinda. Yes, to do. Yeah, I mean, I need to do the little Cindy Lou Lulu. I know people like her. I'm just trying to figure out when I could even fit that in. If I didn't have a market and if I didn't have customs, I would be totally different. But that might be a good thing. Like I'm giving the designing a shot. If people don't want the patterns, it's fine. I'll just keep making the plushies for myself and doing them just to keep the patterns to myself. But I've mentioned many times that I would like to not do as many markets anymore. It's just very difficult for me to do markets, and maybe pattern designing or people like them enough, maybe I'll be able to drop back on markets some more. I just want to get it to be less than it was. Well, I say that I did less markets and I never edited that market video. That was like a month ago. Okay. I have to remember to edit that. Oh, I know what I did. I sat down and recorded the thing for the market video, and then I was like, I think I was too brutal. That's right. I needed to re-record it because I kind of I think it was not nice. Sorry if this is too personal, but how is your horse doing? Oh, it's fine. How is he doing? He is his joyful, evil self. The thing about Sloan, which makes me laugh, is that, like, with everything going on, you know, people have told me, like, spend more time with him. Love him. Love on him. Sloan is not that type of horse. So Sloan is like the equivalent of a cat. Like, he really doesn't want attention. He wants food. He loves treats. But he just, like, he's not a horse that you, like, love on. He doesn't want to be pet. Yeah, he's not a very lovable man. I mean, of course, I've owned Sloan for 5 years at this point. I just passed 5 years. And so we have a very respectful relationship. Like, I understand him, he understands me. I don't push him out of his comfort zone or make him be something that he isn't. But a lot of people can't come to terms with that. And so he's his lovable self. What day is it today? I don't even know. 22nd. So he goes down to UF. So that's in Ocala, Florida, on the 28th. So next Tuesday. Today's Wednesday. Next Tuesday, he'll go down to Ocala to one of the veterinary hospitals down there. And they have this machine that allows them to get a CTE myelogram. Basically what that means is it's like a super in-depth, like, it's much stronger than an x-ray, stronger than an MRI, but like MRI is more for bone. You can get some soft tissue, but they're just like two different things. So this, like, CTE myelogram is specifically made for horses with his problem, neurological issues, and neck and spinal compression and degenerative issues. So it's much better at reading it, but I only had two options. I could either go to Ocala or I could go to Lexington. So I decided to go to Ocala. I am personally not going down because I'm not making that trip. I made the trip many times when I bought Sloan. I did this 6.5, 7-hour drive down to Ocala. I rode him for 20 minutes and then I got back in the car and drove 6.5, 7 hours back to Georgia in one day. And yeah, I'm not doing that again, which is basically what I would have to do if I took him down myself. So I'm gonna have somebody else pick him up, take him down to Florida. When he's here, I'm gonna go ahead and say, like, my goodbyes and everything. And then they'll do the CTE myelogram Wednesday. And I think what they told me was it takes about like 1 to 2 days to get the diagnostic readings back from this imaging thing. And so I'm not even I don't even have a trailer ride booked for him to come back, because pretty much everybody I've talked to has all said he's going to be being put down. So I don't even have the trailer ride booked for him to come back. I guess if it's that thing, like, if they all of a sudden were like, oh, he's fine, which he's not fine, then I could easily find someone to bring him home. But honestly, half the thing was, like, if he's super neurologic, which he is pretty neurologic, it's not really safe for him to be on a trailer. Like, I'm bringing him down there with one purpose in mind, right? So it's not necessarily safe to put him on a trailer and bring him back here just for him to be here to be put down. And then 2, he has to have a necropsy or an autopsy, whatever you want to call it. Necropsy, I guess. It's because they think he has EDM, which that is a degenerative neurological brain disease. And the only way you can find EDM is post-mortem. And so I would have to take him up to a hospital anyway to be put down. So it didn't really make sense to me to, like, bring him up, like, take him there, make him go through a trailer ride, the stress of being at a hospital, put him back in a trailer, make him trailer, 7 hours back. And then to then probably turn around a day or two later, put him back on a trailer, and ship him back to have a post-mortem exam done. So it's just able to pretty much right now, my plan is he just stays down there. So then that way, once the diagnostics come back, they can just put him down, do everything, and then I don't have to worry about the whole thing of trailering. And then also, he is like the top man in my barn, and a lot of the horses are super attached to him. So I think it would be really hard for the horses if he went away and then they like kind of got over it and then he came back, and then if he went away again, like I think that would be pretty hard. So that's kind of where I'm at. I mean, it's I mentioned this in a video, I think on a YouTube video. I honestly would prefer for him to go down and then they find something wrong. That's my whole thing. It makes it a lot easier than just because he's neurological enough where my insurance just wants me to put him down. Point blank. He's a danger to himself and to me because I handle him. So it's a lot easier if you have like an image that literally shows like spinal cord compression, which is what they think he has now, is wobblers. There's no cure. None of this stuff has any form of cure. So it'd be a lot easier if he went down there and then it's like, oh, he's got compression, and it's just like easy, versus just to like put him down on a whim and then just hope you find something on post-mortem to make it worth putting him down. But I mean, pretty much my insurance has given the okay, because Sloan is insured, which can be helpful because this thing is going to be about $4,000 at least. Worst case will be like $8,000 or $10,000. And while he's insured, insurance does not cover everything, but it does at least help a little bit with some of the things. So yeah, we'll see. I mean, you never know. You never know. Just take. Yeah, I have a lot of. I mean, I've owned him for 5 years, so I have a lot of stuff. But you know, I do so much with this because I feel like if you've been watching my YouTube videos for a while, this is my job. Like, my barn is full of retired and hospice horses. So the amount of horses that come into my barn that we have to put down is like so incredibly different from like most people. Like, I think last year we put down 5 or 6 horses. Granted, they were not my horses, but I took care of them every single day. You know, if some of those horses we had a while, some of those horses I literally felt like I might as well sleep in the stall with them because I had to give them medications like every 6 hours. I was taking temperatures like every 2 or 3 hours, writing up things for vet clinics to get sent off, taking videos for vet clinics. So because my job is so involved in hospice, I mean, I can't tell you how many horses have come to my barn, and they all come knowing they will be put down. Like, this is not oh, we're just gonna see. Like, this is like, I've had some that come to my barn and they're like, yeah, the vet told me to put them down today, but if I can give them a week of being at your barn and it's like so quiet and peaceful because I don't have any kids, I don't have any lessons, like, this is all I do is old horses. A lot of those people are like, if I could just give them a week of being like in a peaceful place, they have the lake to look out on, green grass, like care constantly, they're like, that's all I want. So I definitely have a lot of experience with this. It's always different when it's your horse. November's a really bad month for me. I mean, my birthday is in November. I'll be old. I'll be hitting the big 25 mental crisis there. But this is also, I had to put my other horse down literally 3 days before my birthday. That was 2 years ago. I think it was 2 years ago. So November's just really bad, like a really bad month for me. I don't know how every horse I have has to be put down in this month. And I mean, last year we had to put down a horse on Thanksgiving, and a horse on Christmas. So yeah, major holidays this time of year isn't great either, but it's pretty common. Most horses, I would say a lot of horses get put down this time of year because of winter. It's pretty common. Yes, I totally get that. Yeah, it's amazing, like, for Sloan, 14 is pretty young. He just turned 14. It's amazing when you have a barn like mine and you still see, like, I have horses in my barn that are 33 years old. People don't realize horses live that long. My old horse, Simba, that I had as a child, lived till 46. So people don't realize how long horses can actually live if they're properly taken care of. But my, when you have, like, a barn full of these horses, like, Sloan is the youngest, and they're all, like, 25, 30, 32, 33. Then you start to think, you're just like, man, 14 is pretty young. Like, even my old horse, I had to put him down fairly early on in life. I think he was 19. Yeah, I believe he was 19. He could have been 20, which is still pretty young. That was a decision I ended up making a couple months in advance. I knew he was going to have to be put down. He was narcoleptic, and his narcolepsy caused him to fall, and I was getting pretty tired of coming into the barn every morning, and he would be bleeding all over the place because he was narcoleptic, and you know, when horses are narcoleptic, they just fall and hit things. So I had planned it way in advance, and it it was definitely interesting, is what I would say, because I went the route of doing something that nobody does. Nobody does. I offered my horse up to be donated to a clinic for a full horse dissection, because my thought has always been, like, if I can make a positive out of a really bad situation, like a crappy situation for me, I try and do it. And I learned so much. I felt so bad for that horse after that experience. And so I've always learned through doing this, seeing so many horses suffer, that it's always better to do it on an early day, is what I would say. Just like my old horse, I was like, oh my god, he had, like, lymphomas wrapped around his small intestines that were gonna kill him in, like, weeks, and the vets were like, oh, you like, put him down before he ever had to suffer. And I was like, that's all I could ever want. So that's kind of my mindset with Sloan. There's a lot of dangerous things with neurologic horses. Sloan will be my fourth neurologic horse that I've been given to taking care of. All the ones I've done before have all had to be put down. All have had the same thing as Sloan. So, it's scary having neurologic horses. It truly is terrifying. Like, Sloan is a really big horse. I don't think people realize how big Sloan is. Like, Sloan is about, I don't even know how many feet this would be. Let me see. Sloan is about 17 1 hands, which is really big. So his wither, like the top of his shoulder blade, right, or the back. So that's not even how tall his head goes. It's about 5'10". That's why if you ever see me next to Sloan, I'm always like this much lower than his back. He's a really big horse. It's really scary having a horse neurologic that big, because they have no control over their body. So you stand a very high risk of getting hurt. The one I had before was the exact same way. He almost broke his leg a couple times because he was so neurologic. So I just always say, like, I hope as bad as it sounds, I do hope he does go down and there's something that can be, like, proven wrong, because it would make this whole experience easier to come to terms with, opposed to, if I have to wait for a necropsy, that takes a couple weeks to get back. So that's like a whole other thing of just sitting there being like, oh God, what's gonna be on the necropsy? That's amazing that you were able to offer that. Yeah, it's very niche. Nobody else does it. I've had a lot of people who actually are very strongly against me doing this, just because they just don't see how there's much purpose for it. But I beg to differ, given the fact that I constantly have horses coming in that are sick and have issues. So, but it's definitely very different. Like I always tell people, my barn stays pretty much full now. I always have my stalls filled. The only time I ever have a stall open up is if something passes. It's just how it is. Like Sloan, I already have 2 people who want his stall. One is for a horse that has no teeth. He's in decent condition. The other one is in renal and kidney failure. He's short term. He's hospice. So, it's one of those things. It's just I have a completely different setup and business than most people. It's not that I necessarily just woke up one day and wanted to do this for a living, but it's what's happened. I made a bad circumstance into something okay, is what I would say. It's still October. Well, technically, when Sloan goes down, by the time it probably will be put down, it will be November. So, yeah, November's just not a good month for me. I talked about this in the video record today. Like I said, I put Beard down November 12th. So, that one right there. I need to stop getting portraits made of my horses, because if I get a portrait made of Freya, I'm going to lose my mind. I didn't make this. My dad got it made. But, Bear, I put him down November 12th. 3 days before my birthday. And then, literally, was it the day after? It was either the day after or 2 days after, like right before my birthday. 4 of my clients came up to me and were all like, we're leaving. And I was like, you couldn't have done that a different time. I was like, oh girl, I went mental. It was like, how many bad things could happen at once? So yeah, November, I swear, every single November something bad happens. Like I said, last year, it was a horse being diagnosed with lung cancer. I think I saw that horse through the absolute worst. So yeah, November's just really, really bad. I don't know why it's so bad. But it just always seems to be like the worst month of all. Oh my gosh, guys. How is it 9:34? Gosh. And I hardly grow shades because I can't stop and okay, well, I have to sign off or else I'm not going to go to sleep. And that's going to be a problem because I have a lot to do with a pattern. So guys, we're going to wrap up the live stream. I hope you enjoyed. Now let's take our bet. When will be the next live stream? Let me tell you guys when the one before this was. Before today, our last live stream was... Did I actually do one on the... Oh gosh. Okay, before today, our last live stream was July 27th. When do you guys... Not in November? You are so real for that. Okay, when do you think the next live stream will be? Take your fix. I'm very interested to see. Not in November. If I live stream in November, that's when you guys got to be like, something's wrong with her. I feel like the next live stream, I'm feeling January. That's what I was gonna say. I'm feeling January. If we're being a little frisky, okay? It could be like February. Literally this year, I think I did, let me look. I have to actually go through. Okay, 3 live streams in this year. I did a lot more live streams in 2024. But yeah, I've done April 19th, May 27th, July 27th, and then today. So there seemed to be a stretch that I actually attempted to live stream and then it stopped. I am considering doing Vlogmas. I tried to do Vlogmas last year and I epically failed because I decided to do Vlogmas the 3rd day of December, which, why would I do that? So I'm considering doing Vlogmas, which I feel like it would be like a lot of fun. Like if I actually sat down and planned things, I feel like Vlogmas could be fun because it's just, I don't know. I don't really do anything though. Cause yeah, I do feel like Vlogmas could be fun. But I have to like plan that out in advance and try and just like come up with a little more ideas. I was kind of winging it last year, and if I don't have a horse, there goes a lot of content. You guys might have to start getting to see Freya, because that will be my only living horse, I guess. But yeah, I'm considering Vlogmas. I feel like Vlogmas could be fun if I got the prompts down. And then maybe doing some more live streams in December. Christmas party. Maybe. Girl, Christmas. I'm literally, I'm just hoping Christmas, like, I'm hoping all the animals live through Christmas. Because last Christmas was bad. It was so, so bad. Like, this is what I'm telling you. Last year was really bad. The year before was really bad. I have to get through November and December without, well, I'm not going to. What am I saying? Scratch it. This year. December, we have a chance. We have a chance in December. Right now we do. We'll see if that stays that way. Maybe January. Yeah, I'm feeling January. Like, feeling February. Depends if it snows. If it snows, oh my gosh, guys. If it's ices, like snow, ice, oh my gosh. You are gonna see me on the news, and it's for the Looney Tunes because, like, I can't do wintertime. You are natural at this. Well, see, the key is just to be yourself. What am I saying? No, I'm just kidding. I just feel because, like, for me, YouTube has always been so chill. Like, I don't try and come off as something that I'm not. And that's why I never wear makeup. I never dress up or anything. That's why, like, half the videos you see me, like, covered in a hoodie up over my head. I feel like since I just try and be, like, me, it comes off very natural because I'm not trying to be, like, something that I'm not. Like, if you met me in person, it would be the exact same way. I might be a little bit awkward for a minute or two, but, like, once I warm up to it, I'm good. But yeah, this is just, I just try and be authentic. I just try and be me. I don't try and be something that I'm not. And that always helps because I do feel like there's clear differences between some people, which is fine. I just don't care about my social image. Like, it's gonna be the same either way. Love my second chance yarn. Oh, I'm so happy you enjoy it. Yeah, I was talking about that earlier in this. Oh my god, did I forget how to breathe? But I was talking about that earlier in this video, live stream, that when I do the Black Friday thing, I'll have more second chance yarn that will be added. I just don't know what the supply is going to be. It'll be just like last time where it's going to only be like, you know, whatever I have in stock. Because like last time, I can't remember what sold out first. But there were a few colors that like sold out the morning of because I literally only had like 3. So I'll have more of that when the Black Friday sale comes around. Just don't know how much. And then, like I said, there will be a Black Friday sale. I'll come up with some good goodies, and do something for that as well. But I'm happy people have enjoyed the second chance yarn, because I had some other people message me and they were like, this is a steal. I was like, yeah, I know. My Freya would love to see. Yeah, we'll probably be having a little bit more Freya in the videos, just because Freya will be, well, maybe we'll have 2-bits come in. Freya and 2-bits are gonna be the new stars, I guess. That would be fun. Crochet Christmas party, yeah. We don't really do anything for Christmas in my family, so I mean, we could have fun. Don't have to be long video. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to like figure out, is not long videos, because, or we're just gonna keep with not editing, even if I sound like I'm having an asthma attack when I record. Sometimes I'm like, girl, you really don't know how to breathe, because like, why you sound like you gasping for air. Yes. Yeah, I'm me, myself, and I. What can I say? I mean, what you see is what you get, and if you don't like it, I'm really sorry. There's nothing I can do. But guys, it is 9:42. I have to get up at 4:30 tomorrow, and I still got work to do. So I guess I will end this by saying, if you want to check out Naughty Pony, I would like that. I pack everything myself, and I will say I stand firmly by this, that I don't think you could find faster shipping anywhere else, because I literally ship some of those orders. Like, I got orders today and they go out at the same day. Like, and then besides that, check my Patreon, because like I said, I'll be posting mostly on Patreon, and it's completely free. Completely free. You do not have to spend any money. But I'll be posting like Glinda's finished photos. I'll be posting Elphabas. I'll be asking you guys probably in the next coming days about like Dorothy, what color shoes should we go for, the red shoes, all that type of stuff. So I'll have all that stuff on Patreon, and I chat a little bit more on Patreon. Oh my gosh, my light just turned on. Is somebody coming to rob me? Hands up. But it's a little bit easier on Patreon because the community is so small, and Instagram is way too much pressure for me, because I don't like photos. Like, I just don't take that many photos, versus Patreon just feels like we're all having a good time. And I appreciate the fact that like everyone can join, and it's just like I can type in the group and it goes to everybody, because I'm not doing that from Instagram. There's too many people on Instagram for me to text everybody, so it's kind of nice to have like the big group thing that Patreon does. Is it like group message or whatever? That's nice, because then it just automatically sends to everyone, and you can decide if you want to reply to it or not. You don't have to. But yes, check out Patreon. It's free. Free. And tomorrow I will have a video. And tomorrow, Wednesday's pattern releases. Can't tell you when, because I have a lot of editing to do on that. But, and then Enid's is 27th, I believe. So, but I will see you guys in January. Let's plan it. So if anyone is still subscribed to my channel in January, if you're going to stick around town for long enough for January, and if we go live in January, just know you know, because that you'll be like, oh, I've been waiting for 4 months, 3 months. Don't ask me how many months. I've been waiting. Be like, yeah, remember we set a date. Come on. But yep, I'll see you guys in 4 months. Bye. Now I have to remember how to turn this stupid thing off, because I can never figure out where the off button is.